हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। मैं डॉक्टर अंजू अग्रवाल फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज कोटा। आज हम एमएससी केमिस्ट्री सेमेस्टर थर्ड ग्रुप थर्ड के पेपर न्यूक्लियर केमिस्ट्री के अंतर्गत फर्मीज थ्योरी ऑफ बीटा डिके के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। It is important to note before considering any theory of beta decay following aspects of this type of radioactivity. A. Formation of electrons, positron and neutrinos. The electrons, positron and the neutrinos are formed in the nucleus during neutron to proton interconvergence and are emitted forthwith as these particles cannot exist in the nucleus. B. Relation between decay constant and the endpoint energy. Sargent's curve. There is a relation between the decay constant or the half-life period of a beta decaying nuclide and its endpoint energy. It was Sargent who reported an empirical relation which is analogous to the Geiger-Nuttall's law for a alpha decay with greater the endpoint energy Emax, larger the decay constant. Although the range of variation in the value of the decay constant is not as wide as in alpha decay, Sargent showed that if log lambda is plotted against log Emax for the different naturally occurring beta emitters, the point fall on two straight lines or are close to them as in figure 4.21. This type of two lines we can obtain when a curve between log lambda per second and log E max MEV. Beta decay constant as a function of beta energy, the Sargent curves for naturally occurring beta emitters. For a given value of E max, the lambda for the upper series is some 100 times more than the lambda for the lower series, which empirical observation has been interpreted by referring to beta decays of upper series as allowed transitions and of the lower series as relatively forbidden transitions. Later curves similar to the above had been obtained for artificially prepared beta emitters as well. We shall see how Fermi's theory of beta decay explains these facts. To start with, it is necessary to understand the different concepts involved in this theory. First, first concept, the nucleon beta neutrino interaction, the Fermi's force G. Fermi in 1934 introduced the concept of a new weak nuclear force governing the neutron-proton interconvergence and their interactions with the electron or positron and the neutrino generated therefore. This is also referred to as beta neutrino field theory. The constant of this force G is similar to the gravitational G and Coulomb E constant except that G is very much weaker in magnitude than electron. The value experimentally found for Fermi force constant is G equal to 10 to the power minus 60 joule meter cube. Second, the matrix element. square value of square of absolute value of matrix element, the matrix element uh, or square of absolute value of matrix element governs the relationship between the properties of parent or initial and the daughter or final nuclei. The matrix element thus involves the wave functions of the initial I and final F nuclear states, their spins, parities and nucleon arrangements. If the initial and final states do not differ very much uh, in their nucleon arrangement, spin and parities, the square absolute value of matrix element will have a large magnitude and the transition parent daughter will be an easy one, or in other words higher mm, the matrix element, larger the decay constant or shorter the half life period. Third, ways of distribution of total energy E0 between EE and E neutrino, that is dN upon dE0. The total available beta disintegration energy E0 related to parent daughter mass loss less by amount needed for the recoil of daughter nucleus for the creation of a pair or extraction of an orbital electron may be distributed between the electron or positron and the neutrino in a very large number of possible ways, which affects the shape of beta energy spectrum. For the discussion here, the relevant quantity is the number of ways of distributing total available energy between the electron and the neutrino per unit of total energy E0, that is dN upon dE0. To obtain a value for this distribution, one proceeds in two stages. First, to find the number of ways dne in which an electron may be in a given volume element V and having its momentum between Pe and Pe plus dPe for the electron. This number dne is given by dne equal to 4 pi Pe square V dPe upon h cube. Second है to find the number of ways dNv in which the neutrino may be in the same volume element and having its momentum lying between PV and PV plus dPV. This number is similarly given by dNv equal to 4 pi PV square V dPV upon h cube. Finally, the number of ways Dn in which the beta decay leads to an electron having its momentum between Pe and Pe plus dPe and neutrino having its momentum between PV and PV plus dPV, both particles being in the same volume element, is given by the product of equation 4.52a and 4.52b. This equation and this equation. The dn equal to dne multiplied by dnv इक्वल टू द यहाँ से dne की वैल्यू और यहाँ से dnv की वैल्यू हम इस जगह को मल्टीप्लाई करें, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय दिस both the quantities and we get 16 pi square v square upon s6 Pe square Pv square dPe dPv. The relativistic momentum of a particle of rest mass m is given by P equal to E bracket small bracket E plus 2 mc square large bracket close half upon C. where m tends to 0, as in the case of neutrino, so P equal to E upon C. The momentum of the neutrino is given by PV equal to EV upon C equal to E0 minus E upon C, and hence dPV equal to dE0 upon C. For a given EE, substituting the value of PV and dPV becomes dN upon dE0 equal to 16V square pi square 16 pi square V square upon H6 CQ E0 minus EE square whole square PE square dPE. Fourth है the Coulomb force contribution. Lastly, one has to consider the role of Coulomb barrier in letting out the electrons and positron against it in beta in the uh, electron and positron decay. The Coulomb barrier adds the escape of positron but hinders the escape of electrons. The effect of Coulomb barrier depends both on atomic number Z of the product nucleus and the energy of electron or positron. This Fermi factor simply represented by FZEE with Z positive for positron and negative for electron is complex function, and table of its values may be referred to. Fifth, the probability of the emission of an electron of a momentum P multiplied by P. Fermi's theory finally gives the probability of the decay with the emission of an electron having a given momentum Pe by the expression which involves the nucleon beta neutrino force constant G, the matrix element, the square absolute value of matrix element, and the fraction of Fermi factor F Z multiply Z EE. So PE equal to 4 pi square upon H V square square absolute value of matrix element MIF G square F Z EE. So dN upon dE 0. Replacing the value of dN upon dE from equation, we arrive at P bracket में PE equal to 64 pi 4 upon H7 CQ and a square absolute value of matrix element G square F Z EE bracket close bracket E0 minus EE का whole square PE square dPE. Considering this value as a constant for a given parent-daughter transition, and this equation can be simplified to P equal to PE equal to constant F Z E bracket close E0 minus EE whole square PE square dPE. Obviously, P into PE varies smoothly from 0 to maximum 0 when PE equal to 0 or E equal to E0 when E is the endpoint energy as actually observed for all beta decays. The Fermi-Curie plot. The equation for PE shows that a plot of quantity this versus EE means on this direction this value, and versus on this axis value is EE, should be linear. Such a plot is referred to as a Fermi QT plot. That is a typical Fermi QT plot for the beta decay of 32p gives 32s18. Similar linear relations have been experimentally observed for many beta decays, including the artificially prepared ones. The Fermi theory of beta decay appears to be reasonably well founded. The curve between this quantity and this quantity, a straight line is obtained. This is the Fermi QT plot. Seventh है the comparative half-life period. Since the decay constant is the total probability that the nucleus would emit in unit time a beta particle of any momentum, this would simply be the integral of p into pe between the limits of 0 and of maximum momentum corresponding to the maximum endpoint energy E0. So lambda equal to 0 to Pe. Maximum P into Pe equal to 64 pi square upon H7 CQ G square square absolute value of matrix element and integration 0 to Pe max f z E0 minus E का whole square Pe square into dPe. Lambda equal to constant and square absolute value of matrix element and integration between 0 to Pe max f z E0 minus E का whole square Pe square dPe. Here the matrix element is considered a constant and independent of Pe, replacing the integral by f we have here the matrix element we have for allowed transitions f equal to lambda upon constant m square absolute value of MIF so yeah, or matrix element equal to 0.693 upon constant t and square absolute value of MIF inverse square absolute value of MIF yeah, or matrix element. Here the half-life period is shown simply as T and being the convention in this context. The product Ft is referred to as the comparative half-life period. This is a constant for all beta decays having the same matrix element that is involving the same changes in spin and parity between parent and daughter. So Ft equal to constant and inverse square absolute value of matrix element. This is a great step towards the understanding of beta decay. The value of Ft or log Ft gives an insight into the role of matrix element equation. This equation shows the smaller the log Ft, greater is the Value of matrix element. Value of log ft vary from 3 from super allowed transitions corresponding to the high matrix element, involving no change in spin and parity between the parent and daughter, and hence of a short half-life. 2 above 10 for highly forbidden transitions, corresponding to a low matrix element involving large changes in spin and hence of long half-life, involving sometimes a change in parity as well. आज के लिए बस इतना ही। धन्यवाद।